So welcome everybody. I am talking today, to wherever, to Dan Goyette. So last year, Dan Goyette came and presented at the Australian Hypnosis Conference, and we've invited him back again to talk on the breakfast panel all about business and difficult clients. So, Dan, I've got a feeling you'd have a few stories to share with that, wouldn't you?
Oh, my clients are wonderful. Fabulous people.
Not one of them has ever been a dick.
No, they don't come, give me money and then never show up again, or you don't call, or you wonder where they're at and what happened to them. I've had them come, hey, full price.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And never come back.
Yep, still charging.
And
it's weird, isn't it, how they do that sometimes? Like, I had one lady that she paid me for her quit smoking, and in Australia back then it was $600, which was a lot of money, and she paid me for the quit smoking inside of the free consult. We were ready to go, got to the Friday, she didn't show up, and I'm like, okay, give her a call. Nut doesn't answer the phone. It's like, oh, this is not making me feel comfortable. Rang her again on the Monday, and she's like, stop ringing me. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm just checking up on you because you paid for a quit smoking session and you didn't show up. And she goes, I just gave you the money because I wanted to tell them that I've done something and it didn't work. And I was like, what? If you told me that beforehand, I would have said $2,000.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? What? So, and she's whispering on the phone. I'm like, why are we whispering? Because you could just move to a different area and no one would hear you. Like, weird. And you're also organizing the Michigan Hypnosis Conference. What's inspired you to do that?
Heather, of all things. No, my executive manager, Heather Carpenter, has been my executive manager for a long time. Mm-hmm. And then this year, we recently incorporated. So Holtnick Hypnosis Therapy Studios is going away. It's being replaced by the Michigan Hypnotherapy Guild. And she would watch me go to Vegas and then travel to England and then go to, there's a conference I went to in, I can't think of it. It was out there.
Somewhere.
Yeah. And she's like, listen, you're traveling all over the place. You're making all these other people money. Mm-hmm. Presenting at all these other conferences. Why don't you have your own conference? And I said, well, it's kind of a big undertaking.
It's a huge task.
It is. So she's like, well, we're going to do one.
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. So she's been the driving force behind the My Hypno Conference, which I may have to rename because a lot of people have been confused. So it's your conference, Dan? It's Michigan, MI. I wanted that. I wanted that interesting name, something people will remember. So Michigan Hypnosis Conference, it was just My Hypno Conference. So I may have to revisit that name. We had one, I did a podcast with Shelley Stockwell, and she said there was a conference. She is, I like her too. She said there was a conference in Michigan at one time. It was the Dental Hypnosis Association that apparently was here and then was moved away. So there hasn't been one in Michigan in a very, very long time, and we found a venue that was willing to work with us because, like you, putting together the Australian Hypnosis Conference that first year, we were like, oh, is it going to be live? I'm excited. I'll fly to Australia to present. And then they were like, well, no, let's calm down now. We're not going to let you have a hotel. You're not bringing Americans in. It's like, we've seen those
honestly,
people.
Talk about balls up, honestly. And I was so stoked that Australian Hypnosis Conference was actually going to be in person this year. And then when I made phone calls and, all this sort of stuff, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go online again. Next year, fingers crossed, everything crossed, it'll be live in person, and we'll also stream it as well for those who can't attend. So I'm hearing you, darling. I'm hearing you, because trust me, I am spitting chips that I don't get to come to your first one, because it was one of those things where I was like, oh, I'll go to the first one, and then 10 years time I can go, oh, I was one of the people that was at the first one, so.
So I'm looking forward to the breakfast panel.
Yeah.
will actually probably be a very early breakfast panel for me.
Yeah, because won't you be in England that time? Is it England?
I may. So the time change may not be that bad. If I'm in England and you're in Australia,
No,
so
it's
it might not be
15
as bad
hours.
as.
Yeah, it might be bad. I don't know. Actually, it might be better for you than me because it'll be early morning here and late night for you.
Yes,
So it'd
because
be much
now
better.
it's super early morning here.
Yes.
Like, so I gotta get up at 3 a.m. We'll talk to. I'll do it. By God, thunder.
I did that with Karen Harper with her hypnosis conference, and she booked me at 2 a.m. in the morning for 2 hours.
I remember that.
What? Like, do you know where I'm coming from? Like, there was a lot of coffee that day. A lot of coffee.
I remember that because I was on there and I watched your presentation, and you was like, "Hey."
So,
I'm like, I don't think she knows where I'm at.
I'm here. So thank you
we're
so
talking
much
about
for
something.
so thank you so much for volunteering to be on the breakfast panel. I cannot wait for you to swap conversations with Stuart Walter. He's gorgeous. Gillian Madigan, she's amazing. My partner John as well. Like, I just know 45 minutes is not going to be enough time for us. So a really serious question.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to wear to the breakfast panel?
I might wear my Scottish robe. Just a very
Fancy.
No. Like Batman's in a bathrobe. He's taking soon. It's like those bagpipes. Oh my God! No. Not sure.
Karen DeMol's already decided she's going to wear her unicorn onesie. So she's got a onesie with a little unicorn horns and ears on it and stuff like that. So yeah.
No, I may have to have the robe. She's going with the onesie. It's nothing better than you get a onesie, you can slide all over the kitchen floor.
Never thought of it like that. But I'll make that as a pro tip to her. I'll send her a message because she loves making TikToks.
Oh yeah.
All right,
I don't know, probably just my polo. I don't know. Some breakfast panel. I'll definitely have coffee in my hand.
Definitely have coffee.
Yeah.
All right, lovely. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will put this video out for everybody who wants to join in to listen to the conversation that we're going to have about business, difficult clients, and all the stuff that they don't teach you in school until you actually get out there and you're just like, what the fuck? What? They didn't put this in the manual. Like, what do I do?
Okay, this wasn't in class. Batman is out there. He just put Satan on my Facebook page. I don't understand.
Yeah, it's like, was I asleep when we discussed this topic? Like, what? All right, lovely. Thank you so much for jumping in, and thank you to everybody who tuned into this video. Jump onto the link, and yes, we will hold Dan Goyette to his Scottish robe, and make sure he turns up to the breakfast panel. Okay, lovelies? See you, everybody.
Exactly. Bye-bye.